Thank you for joining me today. In this video I'll show you how I made this children's chair. I say I made the chair, that's not entirely true. The top used to be a bar stool and the legs used to be fence posts. They were a bit rotten, it was an old fence and had the wood lying around, and I thought I could do something with it. So I had the top from a bar stool, I had the legs from an old fence post, and I turned it into an upcycle project. This is how I did it.
First thing I did was use a metal detector to see if there was any hidden nails in the fence posts, and I found the easiest way to put out the big ones was just with a pair of grips. And the next thing I did was chop back the post until it hit wood that wasn't rotten. I used my table saw to do a rough rip cut to reduce the width of the post. I occasionally like to check that my blade's still 90 degrees when I'm doing precision cuts. So I did that here, and then I used my edge jointing jig to shave just a millimetre off the edge of one side, so I've got a perfect edge. Then with that perfect edge face down, I ripped another side off with a rough cut and then passed it through again, just shaving off a millimetre, so I had two perfect edges which were at 90 degrees to each other. And I did this 4 times for the 4 chair legs. I worked out that I wanted the legs to be tapered around about 8 degrees, so I marked a line on the base of my edge jointing jig, measured the same distance from the line, and then pass it through the table saw to give myself that tapered edge. Once I did it on one side, I flipped it over and then did the same on the other side. Just to make life difficult for myself, I decided that I wanted the legs to flare out at the front and at the side, which meant I had to chop an angle on 2 different planes. I worked that out to be about 30 degrees. And I used a chop saw to make that cut at the top and bottom of each leg, making sure that each one was the same size. I traced around the top of the chair onto a piece of paper to make a template for the base. Then when I was happy with that, I transferred it onto a piece of leftover plywood I had from my last project and cut it out with a jigsaw. Then when I was happy with that, I used some double-sided tape on each leg to stick them down temporarily. Then I checked the angle of the leg, drilled a pilot hole and countersunk it, and screwed in the biggest screw I could find. Then I drilled 4 holes in the base, and then my sander just turned itself on by itself. Then I sanded everything down and put a very light chamfer on the end of each leg to prevent anything chipping in future. I used a dark stain and varnish that I had left over from my last project and give everything a couple of coats. Then I used a felt pad on the end of each leg and stuck it on with super glue to make sure that it wouldn't come off in the future. Last thing was to bolt it in place using the existing threads in the chair top, and it was finished.
What? Thank you for watching to the end. I really hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, and you want to see more, then hit subscribe. There's plenty more where that came from. It's the type of channel where I like to do things like this. Sorry, I'll put you back. Sorry. A lot of people like that on the last video, by the way. And if you did like it, don't forget to subscribe. That would really help me out. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Why does that picture change? Must be set on. Do that again. It's that. Or maybe it's my screen. Maybe it's the screen. Might be the screen.